Hi guys, Vince here. Welcome to WP Medic. Before anything else, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking that subscribe button and that notification bell. Today I'm going to teach you how to price your WordPress website service. Now, there are several considerations in pricing your WordPress website service. Okay, so number one consideration is um, the package that you are going to sell or the package that you are going to offer to your client. So with that, you will have to think of the themes, the plugins that you are going to use, or the theme that you are going to use, the plugins, the hosting, your labor, and your domain. Oftentimes, the domain is usually provided by the client. But granted that if you are the one who will be providing for the domain, it should be added to your cost. Okay, so how much is the base cost first? Okay, so we are talking about your capital in WordPress website. So themes are usually priced between 50 to 300 US dollars. So think about it. If you have a WordPress themes or a WordPress theme that is professional and professionally made, or it is something a pro version, then at least, okay, at least you should cover that cost in your pricing. So for example, if you have a WordPress theme, then that you bought for $50, then at least you have you will have cover it. You will include that in your pricing, and then also depending on your agreement, depending on the kind of project, depending on the need of the client, you will have to purchase professional plugins. Like for example, if you are going to build a WooCommerce website, then it has some extension. WooCommerce itself is a free plugin, but it has an add-on extensions. And for my experience, one of the most expensive extensions that we have used or that I have used in a WooCommerce is costing around I think 200 US dollars. So with that in mind, that's an additional cost for the client. So it should cover the payment that she has to give should cover that as well. Then the next thing is the hosting account that you are going to provide. So where are you going to host this or his website? Is it a brand new website that is so huge? Then you will probably need a bigger and faster hosting account. And each hosting account can cost between $70 to $400 a month, depending on the plan, depending on what the hosting account is offering. Okay, and then of course your labor. Now, some of you will probably, how much should be my labor cost? Now, to be honest, to 10,000 pesos or $200 for a website, for a simple website, is quite too low. So I suggest that you price it at least 15,000 for a very few pages, just for the labor alone, okay? And a very simple website. Why? Because setting up a theme itself is already difficult. Okay, the theme is not will just make your life easier as a developer, but it still needs some more modifications. Okay, it is never true that you don't need to know codes. Okay, you try to learn WordPress for hundreds of hours. Just come to think of it, and a client will not come to you because because he knows how to build WordPress. He comes to you because he doesn't know how to build WordPress, or at least he doesn't have time to build WordPress. So that's the value of your time. Okay, and usually even a normal website even a very simple website. Of course, you can make a simple WordPress website for 1 day. That's a kind of WordPress that you are setting up by default, okay? And you can fix that, or you can build that for within a few hours. But if you are going to customize the theme, it will still take you at least 2 to 3 days. So $200 to $300 for simple work for a website is, I think, fair. Okay, and okay, so I think that's the labor. Okay, the list. But what if your client will ask you to build an e-commerce store with hundreds of products? Okay, so that's a different thing, and it will take you. I'm pretty sure it will take you hundreds of hours to finish that project. And with that, you have to evaluate how much will it cost you. How for you, for your internet, for your uh, equipments that you need, for the images, who will be providing for the images, how are you going, how is it provided, are you going to edit it, or are you the one who will be editing the uh, the image? So that should be included also in your pricing. Okay, so the next consideration that we have to, you have to consider or include is, who is your client? Okay, so if your client is a company, usually they will demand more from you. They will demand more updates. They will demand reports. They will demand many things from you. So with that in mind, you have to price it also at a company level. I remember there was a client who approached me and asked me if I can build him a website. And he's been boasting about his company, and he said that he has a multi-million dollar international company. Okay, multi-million dollar international company. And then he asked me for my price, and I gave him my price at least, and I think, if I remember it right, at least it is 60 to 70,000 pesos. Okay, because he wants to. I will be building him a architecture company website. Okay, so it's about designing, and he wants a flashy pictures, images that will be installed in his website, and it should have a modern look. It should have a, a fluid, uh, what's this, a fluid kind of image, or some effects. And then I gave him that price. I told him at least 60,000 to 70, and then he did not came back to me. And when I rechecked him, he said that my price is too high. So I was thinking, what does he expect? He said that he has a multi-million dollar company, and as we even talk about the project, he is asking that if I can provide a uh, what's this, a I can provide a receipt, I can provide a report, an update report every week, etc., etc. So just imagine how the kind of labor that you are going to undergo with that. So in fact, if I'm going to be asked if I'll be doing that again, or if I will be going to that project, I should be pricing him that project between 80 to 150,000. So at least, okay. Now in pesos, okay. So at least you should have the idea, okay. If it is a company and it is quote unquote multi-million dollar international company, then the price should be, or expected to be, higher. So what if your uh, client is a small-time business? Okay, then you will have to know and at least the rough estimate of his monthly income. So one time I have a client. He said that he's having an income of around at least 100,000 pesos in a month. So, well, pricing him at 50,000 for a website, I think, is just fair. Okay, so and it's payable for 3 months. So I think that's very, very fair. So what if it is NGO? Okay, what if it is NGO? So first, cover the cost. Okay, cover the cost, and probably you just adjust your pricing with your labor. Okay, so you look at your labor cost, then that's where you trim it down as your donation, as you know, as a something that you can be a part of that cost. Okay, and the same thing with the church. So it depends on you. Now, in my since I also work in the church, so I build a website to my church for free, but it is actually my gift to the church. And if I will compute it, at least that's a huge gift, at least for my part. Okay, so the theme is free, the plugin is free, the hosting is free, and also the labor is free. So, but now I'm already asking the church to at least they have to pay for the domain, they have to pay for the hosting. So because that's free, and the theme is already free, and it's a professional theme. Okay. So another thing that probably can affect uh, on what how much you should be asking is the question of who are you? Are you an ordinary employee employed working for a website company? Are you a professional freelancer, or are you the owner of the company? So usually the owner of the company, or if you are a company, you are a freelancer, you charge it on a normal uh, normal range of website development. So so Vince, how much? Probably some of you are asking how much are these people charging the professional website developers? Okay, I already tried to get some idea. In fact, I tried to browse some of the professional website development companies. The average professional website development company for a very simple website, simple business website, they are charging at least 50,000 pesos. That's $1,000. Okay, if they depending on the requirements of the website, let's say they want to build e-commerce. E-commerce will cost at least $2,000 and up, depending on the number of the num. It depends on the number of products that will be installed. So if it has hundreds of products that will be installed, then you can charge more. So uh, depending also on again the company, what kind and how much the company is worth. You can actually ask even as much as $10,000. So and it depends on you, okay, and the labor that you are going to be giving. So, but the question is, how are you going to close these kinds of deals? Well, number one, of course, build trust. Okay, build trust. People will come will get you as their webmaster if they know you well. That's why build your portfolio website. Okay, build your portfolio website. Let's say you need to introduce yourself. Okay, you need to introduce yourself. Uh, I've been in a Philippine Philippine website group, and many of those people who are there has a dummy account. So that's not right. Okay, I would tell you this. That's not right because you're not building trust. If you want your clients, if you want to get good deals, then you have to let your clients know that you can be trusted. So build your portfolio, okay, show your pictures, build your list of projects, and show your name, of course, and let them know where they can find you and how can they contact you. So that's the best way to do that. Okay, so build trust, and then secondly, give more value for their money. Okay, so it should save time and hassle Okay, it should save time and hassle for your clients. What you offer should be a big benefit for them. Okay, uh, they will get your service because they will get a lot of benefit from it. Okay, especially the hassle-free uh, development or hassle-free dealings with you. It should be a win-win situation, okay, for you and your clients. It's a win situation for you because you got a good deal with it, and you are paid accordingly. You will be paid on the right price. It's a win situation also for your client because he got a good deal. It is hassle free, and she's happy with your design. She's happy with the services that you provided. You have a good communication. She saved a lot of money actually because she doesn't have to deal with the bogus developer, and you are honest and you are very good with your craft. Okay, so I think that's it. Okay, you earn more than a Starbucks of coffee. Okay, so that's why you are happy also. All right, so I think that's it. All right, so it depends. I cannot actually tell you what amount should you charge to your clients, but at least you know the parameters. Okay, 10,000 for a simple website is really low. You only should give it for a labor, okay? For a labor, you should only be giving it for a charity or an NGO. But if it is for business, okay? So I think you need to charge a bit more. All right, I think that's for today, and I hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is Vince Soler, your WP Medic.